What is going on, YouTube? My name is Giovanni. It's a good day to have a great day, and today I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about Team Go Rocket. Let's go. There's a lot to know and understand when it comes to Team Go Rocket. Therefore, I've created a playlist on my channel for Team Go Rocket. I'll constantly update it as things change with Giovanni, with Team Go Rocket leaders, and with Team Go Rocket grunts. Make sure you keep an eye out for that page because I'll be constantly adding and removing things as they change in Pokemon Go. You get started with taking down Team Go Rocket. There's two requirements you must meet. First, you must be level 8, and second, you must complete the Looming in the Shadows special research. Now that you're ready to take on Team Go Rocket grunts will start appearing in your game. They will appear in two different ways. One will be Pokestops. These Pokestops will look different than any other Pokestops you see on the map. Approach these Pokestops and they turn black, a Team Go Rocket grunt will appear. The second way is balloons. Balloons appear at 4 times throughout the day: 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 a.m., and 6 p.m. You have 15 minutes to click on this balloon and battle that Team Go Rocket grunt, or the balloon will despawn. If you would like to keep that balloon active, just simply click on that grunt and hold it on that screen without moving away. This trick will work for grunts, leaders, and Giovanni himself. Side note, there are special balloons that appear occasionally. These balloons will look like a Meowth. These Meowth balloons contain 2 Team Go Rocket grunts, Jesse and James. Defeating them will give you 2 opportunities to catch both of their different shadow Pokemon, as well as potential of those shadow Pokemon being shiny. Jesse and James balloons only appear at certain times, and it's only during special events. I have noticed cases where I've beaten Jesse and James, and sometimes it counts as beating a Team Go Rocket grunt, and sometimes it does not. Maybe it's a glitch in the game. For right now, we'll play it safe and say the best way to get credit for defeating a grunt is just by defeating an actual Team Go Rocket grunt. Once you click on a grunt, you'll start a battle. These battles will be 3 of your Pokemon versus 3 of their Pokemon, in a fashion that's very similar to trainer battles and PvP battles. All grunts will have opening lines. These opening lines will determine exactly what kind of Pokemon that they're going to use in battle. If you'd like to learn more about how that works, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell because I'll be uploading a video specifically on just the grunts, the Pokemon that they have, and your best counters for those grunts. Quick tip before you take on any Team Go Rocket grunts, leaders, or Giovanni is to always make sure you have storage space for Pokemon and bag space in case you get an item. You will not be rewarded with items for defeating grunts, but you do get a handful of items for Giovanni and the Team Go Rocket leaders. Now that you've defeated this grunt, you will receive 3 items as a reward. The first one will be Stardust. It will always be 500 Stardust per Team Go Rocket grunt takedown. The second will be a mysterious component, but we'll get back to that later. And the third will be a bonus opportunity to catch a shadow Pokemon. You don't need to have Pokeballs for this bonus catch because the game will supply you with Premier Balls. These Premier Balls start with a quantity of 5. If you would like to get more Premier Balls, you have to purify shadow Pokemon and defeat more Team Go Rocket grunts by clicking on the badge menu. These 2 specific badges will tell you how far you have to go in order to increase the amount of Premier Balls you get for defeating a Team Go Rocket grunt, leader, or Giovanni. Now that you've entered this bonus catch screen, you will notice 2 things. This Pokemon will have a dark aura around it. This is called a shadow Pokemon. Shadow Pokemon attack more frequently and thus are harder to catch. Interacting with shadow Pokemon works just like any random encounter, and these Pokemon can be weather boosted as well. I recommend if you're newer to the game and you don't have a lot of catch bonuses for different types of Pokemon, definitely use a Raspberry or a Golden Raspberry to make sure you secure the catch for this Pokemon. Now that you've caught yourself a shadow Pokemon, pull up the Pokemon on the screen and you will notice that it has 1 regular fast attack, which will be unique to every different species of Pokemon, and 1 charge attack. That charge attack for your first catch on a shadow Pokemon will always be Frustration. If you would like to eliminate Frustration from that Pokemon, unfortunately there's only one way to do that, and that is by participating in special events, which will give you a small amount of time to TM away Frustration. If you catch yourself, for example, an Oddish, that Oddish will evolve into a Gloom that knows Frustration. That Gloom will evolve into either a Vileplume or a Sunflora that still knows Frustration. When event time comes, you're able to use a Charge TM in order to get rid of Frustration and change that into a random attack. If you're looking for a specific attack, you'll have to use an Elite Charge TM. Shadow Pokemon are some of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, but do know that this comes at a slight disadvantage. You will receive a 20% attack boost bonus for this Pokemon. However, you will receive a 18% minus in defense. This does make your Pokemon some of the strongest Pokemon in the game. The reason Shadow Pokemon have grown so popular over this time, defense is fantastic and it keeps your Pokemon from fainting. But if you are able to land bigger hits, stronger hits, the way Shadow Pokemon do more damage, you'll end a battle quicker than if you had a Pokemon with high defense and low attack. This attack bonus does come with another cost. Increased cost for candy and Stardust for every single power-up you do for these Pokemon. you power these Pokemon up to higher levels, they become increasingly expensive. Personal tip from me is that I would not really bother with too many Shadow Pokemon unless they were 3-star or higher. If you want to see how good your Pokemon is, you can always click on the appraisal option on that screen to bring up how many stars that Pokemon has. Each star represents 5 points. There's 15 points total in which a Pokemon can have in a stat category. But you can look forward to me explaining exactly how Shadow Pokemon work in another video. But for right now, just know that frustration is not a great attack, and it's something you're definitely going to want to get rid of. I would not recommend using a Pokemon, even if it's Shadow Mewtwo, if it still has frustration on it, because it's just not going to do any damage. While you're still on the screen, you're going to see an option for Purification. Purification is a special process in which this Pokemon becomes a purified Pokemon. Most Shadow Legendaries, I do not recommend purifying because the Shadow Legendary attack bonus is outstanding. However, if you do choose to purify a Pokemon, you will receive quite a few bonuses. One, you will receive a reduction in candy costs when powering up this Pokemon. And number two, you will receive a 10% reduction in Stardust costs when powering up this Pokemon as well. These bonuses do stack with lucky Pokemon. If you want some of the cheapest Pokemon in the game, then you would definitely want to get yourself a purified lucky Pokemon. That lucky bonus in reduction in Stardust is going to stack with the Purification bonus or reduction in Stardust as well. All purified Pokemon will automatically learn the charge attack Return. Return can be useful in some cases, but since Return is a normal type attack, it really doesn't have too much use in this game for PvP or PvE battles. However, there are a few choice Pokemon out there that Return does work very well for them in PvP. One last restriction on Shadow Pokemon is that they cannot be traded at all whatsoever, due to the way that Pokemon calculates its points and it changes stats randomly. Now let's touch base on the third item you received from defeating a Team Go Rocket Grunt. This item is called a Mysterious Component. In order to defeat Giovanni, typically you're going to have to defeat the Team Go Rocket leaders, Arlo, Cliff, and Thier. If you would like to summon these leaders, you're going to need to defeat 6 Team Go Rocket Grunts. Each grunt will drop a mysterious component. You're going to have to collect 6 of these mysterious components and then equip a rocket radar in order to track down a Team Go Rocket leader. These Team Go Rocket radars can be purchased in the shop for 200 coins, but that's wildly inexpensive, and I don't recommend that's something you start making a habit out of getting into, but hey, it's your game, play the way you would like to. If you would like to hold off on facing a Team Go Rocket leader, you can always select that rocket radar from your bag and then click on the option to equip or unequip it. Unequipping a rocket radar will prevent you from seeing any Team Go Rocket leaders. This works well if you're trying to hunt down a specific Team Go Rocket grunt when rocket balloons approach you, or if you're just out and about and you don't want the constant distractions of leaders popping up in Pokestops. Once you have one Team Go Rocket radar in your bag, you will no longer be able to collect mysterious components until you use that rocket radar. Equipping a rocket radar and clicking on it will show you all of the hideouts for Team Go Rocket leaders in real-time fashion. Team Go Rocket leaders and Giovanni will be unavailable to track down completely from 10 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock a.m. in your local time. If you happen to have a rocket radar equipped, the next time you encounter a Team Go Rocket balloon, that balloon will automatically be a Team Go Rocket leader. Defeating that leader will consume the rocket radar that you have. Now that you understand how Team Go Rocket leaders work in the game, it's time to find out more about them specifically. Team Go Rocket leaders will always consist of 3 characters. That's Cliff, Arlo, and Thier. All 3 of these are way more powerful than grunts, and they also use shields now, instead of just a all-out brawl. Defeating these Team Go Rocket leaders will reward you with several items. Quick note is that I will be making another video separately about everything you need to know about Team Go Rocket leaders. But for right now, just know that the first Pokemon that they use in every battle is going to be a Pokemon that you're going to be able to catch and could potentially be a shiny Shadow Pokemon. Defeating these Team Go Rocket Grunts will always reward you with a prize pool of 4 items. The first will be an opportunity to catch the Shadow Pokemon that they leave behind. The second will always be 1,000 Stardust. The third will be a 12-kilometer Strange Egg. The contents of these Strange Eggs change infrequently, therefore, you've guessed it, I'm going to do another video separate to that, but you can always find that in the Team Go Rocket playlist, which I will update as these Strange Eggs change. The last item will consist of a prize pool of 2 different items. These items could be Max Potions, Revives, Max Revives, Unova Stones, or Sinnoh Stones. You will always receive 2 out of the 5 of these items every time you defeat a Team Go Rocket leader, therefore you can't guarantee what you're going to get once you defeat these Team Go Rocket. Giovanni is only going to be available during special research. Do note that Pokemon Go does a special Giovanni research that will start every single month. However, the steps to finding Giovanni will be determined completely by the research, not depending on how many times you beat Sierra, Cliff, and Arlo. Completing the required steps for this special research will typically reward you with a Super Rocket Radar. And in order to encounter Giovanni, you must make sure that first you complete a troubling situation special research. The Super Rocket Radar is going to enable you to track down Giovanni. Giovanni appears the same way Grunts and Team Go Rocket leaders do. He will appear at Pokestops and in balloons. If you have a Super Rocket Radar equipped, the first balloon that you encounter will guaranteed be Giovanni. If you are looking for Giovanni the manual way by checking Pokestops, you're going to encounter Giovanni clones or Grunts in disguise. Clicking on this will reveal a Grunt. That you do not have to take down these Grunts, you can just simply run away, travel down, and look for the next Giovanni location. Clicking on every location will inevitably lead you to Giovanni. Giovanni always starts out with Persian and then uses a couple of random Pokemon for his second and third encounter. Do note that every time you fight Giovanni, he typically has a legendary shadow Pokemon. Defeating Giovanni will consume your Super Rocket Radar. Once you have defeated Giovanni, you will not be able to see him until another special research is released. These special researches are released monthly. There are a couple other bonuses to defeating Giovanni. Stardust, another pool of 2 to 5 items you can receive, points towards your Giovanni badge. Completing this badge will unlock Giovanni shoes, shirt, pants, and inevitably the entire outfit for Giovanni. Look out for my brand new Team Go Rocket playlist that I'll be creating today with the launch of this video. Hope you guys found this video to be helpful and informative. In the meantime, strike a pose on that like button, subscribe now to join the AO fam. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Perfect.
Supreme victory!